Donald Trump is livid that the judges he appointed are not serving him as if they are his personal defense attorneys. Now, on social media, on Truth Social specifically, he posted, "Many Republican judges go out of their way to show they are beyond reproach and will come down hard on people before them in order to prove they cannot be bought." This is an amazing post.
By the way, he's criticizing.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Isn't that, wait, aren't they supposed to prove that they can't be bought? He's saying, no, they shouldn't do that. They should be bought.
It's so good. Okay, let me continue. Or in any way show favor to those who appointed them.
Gee, I wonder who that would be.
People, including me, are oftentimes shocked. People are saying they're shocked by the lack of courage and wisdom shown. Is that what people are saying? Yeah, people are saying they're shocked by the lack of courage and wisdom shown by federal judges.
Yeah. By showing that they are not bought.
Yeah.
If they had more courage, they would show that they are bought. And if they had more wisdom, they would admit that they were corrupt.
Yeah. God, I love this. Okay, people, including me, are oftentimes shocked by the lack of courage and wisdom shown. As soon as they get appointed, they go rogue. Democrat judges are the exact opposite in attitude. Screw you, this guy appointed me, I'm a Democrat all the way, you don't have a chance, so sad. So he wasn't specific about what he was referring to here. So we can only speculate, and I'd love to do that because there are many instances in which judges he appointed did not side with him, including the dozens of cases his campaign brought before federal judges claiming that there was widespread voter fraud without providing a single shred of voter fraud. And many of the judges he appointed told him, get lost, you're not providing any evidence here, so no, we don't side with you. The other possibility is the Supreme Court siding with a House committee investigating Donald Trump. They wanted access to 6 years of his tax returns. And while Trump wanted the Supreme Court to block that request, the Supreme Court said, no, they can have 6 years of your tax returns. So there are some cases. Also, last month, they again refused to intervene on his behalf in the DOJ investigation of classified documents. I mean, the list goes on. And there's a positive element to this story, which is, yeah, a lot of these conservative judges, a lot of these Trump-appointed federal judges are gonna rule in ways that we don't like, but they're not providing cover for Trump in these incredibly important ways, and I'll take it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So look, 60 courts ruled against Trump on his election fraud claims, and every one of them said, you've got a slight issue. It's that you have no evidence, none. Zero. In a court, the blabbity blab on social media doesn't help at all. You actually need to present evidence. And so a lot of those were Trump appointed judges. And you should give them credit for that. And we're not like Trump. We don't want the judges that were appointed by Democrats to be bought or sell out to Democrats. And what would they sell out for? Probably for corporate stuff anyway, right? It's not like they're gonna sell out to help the workers. That's not a thing. Right? So I don't want any judges selling out. But is it true that Democratic judges always rule with Democrats? Not remotely true, not at all. There is a different phenomenon though. Supreme Court justices, candidates will go in front of the Senate and say, I don't care about politics at all. And then on ideological grounds and oftentimes on corporate grounds, but certainly on ideological grounds, they will then split largely to the liberal camp and the conservative camp. So this whole, golly gee, all these court cases are new to me, I have no opinion on any of them, is obvious BS. But that's not what we're talking about here. Trump is saying, you saw it with your own eyes in that comment. He's like, why aren't they more bought? Well, I mean, like, I appointed them and they don't have the courage and the wisdom to do as I told them, even if it's against the law.
You know, but just real quick, going back to the conversation we had earlier about those who get manipulated by Donald Trump because he is like the country's top con man. You know, here's an instance where you have a big difference, right? Because you have judges, you got to go through a lot of schooling and stuff to be a judge, and they're not conned by him in a lot of these cases.
Yeah, that's true, and they've already been appointed, so they've got nothing to gain anymore, right? And on top of that, they're well educated. Now that doesn't mean that the conservative justices or judges are saintly, not at all. And they're very biased towards the thing that actually got them higher positions, which is pro-corporate positions.
Yep.
We've talked about that endlessly in the past. But for the purpose of this conversation, look, if you're a right-winger, are you happy with that statement? Do you care about the American system of government at all?
Cenk, are you asking them a serious question right now? What are you doing?
Because I think that the right-wingers, in their minds, actually believe that they love America. But this is the American system of government where the judges are not bought.
Cenk, they wanted to overturn the 2020 election.
I know, but they genuinely thought
that it was stolen.
That it was stolen.
Okay.
I know. It seems unbelievable to us, but if Republicans watching this go, oh, you guys are crazy. Of course it was stolen. Then how come none of the Trump-appointed judges? And you got Trump complaining, crying right now about how his own appointed judges said he had zero evidence. Why? And yet they still believe it. And guys, look at Trump. He doesn't even understand the bare minimum about how our system works. When you appoint a judge, that doesn't mean that they're your judge and they should do you favors. That's not the American system of government. He was president for 4 years. He still doesn't understand that. And he brazenly admits this kind of corruption in public.
Yep.
And yet the right wingers look at it and go, yeah, sounds good. I love Trump and I love America. But no, you can't have both. Pick one.